Nolan, buddy. I appreciate the bait. There's just one problem. When you say friendship is lonely, crowded west, Celine Song's output is everything after good news for people who love bad news, it's not called the lonely crowded west, man. It's called the lonesome crowded west. It's not the lonely crowded west. If you're going to craft the bait, put a little care into it. Put a little detail into it. 1 second. I've got temperature control over my office. For the first time in a week, I am the temperature dictator who can choose what temperature to make the space, and I need to make it colder. 3 stars? I mean, listen. You got to remember, this is stuff that I logged on Letterboxd like 10 days ago, man. Nobody wants to talk about 5 stars on a heart for First Reformed. Nobody wants to talk about 4 stars for Black Bag. Nobody wants to talk about 3.5 stars for Roofman, except for somebody who, I don't speak Spanish, but they left a comment that to me looked very upset with me for suggesting that Roofman was not that sympathetic a character, but it's in Spanish. I saw that it said something about las militaras do Estados Unidos, and I went, you know what, I'm not even going to put this via Google Translate, because I'm pretty sure that I am going to, it's not going to make me happy, let's put it that way. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that I read Audition by Katie Kitamura. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that I read The Sublime, The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that I read Tau Zero by Poul Anderson, and the shit made me mad as fuck. Maybe his name's not Poul Anderson. Maybe I got him confused with the Resident Evil guy. No, Poul Anderson. Yeah. There he is, right there. Why were you mad? You have no good women character ideas, Paul. Tau Zero is only 200 pages long, but it's literally a book that you're better off just like reading the Wikipedia synopsis for. I'm sorry to say. +2, my streamer, is classic, like, just whatever, man. I don't know. I'm not a book reviewer. Book-logged review for Tolstoy. The Death of Ivan Ilyich was so good that it got me thinking about reading War and Peace. But I said, no, we have to keep our reading momentum. We have to knock out, you know, in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, when Romany Malco says, is that the Harry Potter motherfucker? His name is Romany Malco. They should have had that dude in Hufflepuff. And I don't endorse this verbiage, by the way, but when he tells Andy, as played by Steve Carell, that before he finds the love of his life, he needs to, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to use the verbiage that he says. He suggests that he should practice copulating with some people he doesn't see himself having a long-term future with first, so he doesn't suck so bad at doing it when he meets the love of his life, but still sucks pretty bad. I think that's how I'm thinking about books right now. Let me see. Is this offensive? Yeah, it's widely considered offensive. Yeah. It's widely considered offensive. Guys, I don't have anything in the Notes app. And by nothing, I mean I have 3 things in the Notes app. But I don't, it's not the same kind of Notes app prolificness you might be used to. And 2 of them are horny, which I think is going to piss you off. First one, and the first one I feel like I can't be the first person who thought of it, but it kind of struck me and I said, let's write it down just in case. So I apologize if this was already tweeted like in 2013 or whatever. One would be, call me Oliver Twist the way I be begging for gruel. Grool, maybe works better in print than over voice. Another one, I think this is because I watched The Naked Gun, which I think is going to be 5 stars and a heart, but I haven't logged it yet. I had that like fake comedy film noir internal monologue running, and just in my head it just kind of popped in. She had a body like a hotel shower. No matter how much I played with the knob, she just got hotter. And that one is just, it bounced around the edges of my skull for like the whole day, and I laughed every time I thought about it. I laughed every single time I thought about it. And then, this was not even like a story, like a joke. This was just real. I caught like 15 minutes of the new Planet of the Apes on TV, and it didn't make any damn sense, man. Like, fellas, why are you fighting each other? There's enough room in the zoo for everybody. Can I say something, by the way? I'm going to say this quietly because my child is still upstairs right now, awaiting the grandparents' pickup. You know how I said I don't get the balls? I trimmed my balls, and I think you guys were right. I think I kind of get it. I think that mine were just too hairy for me to really see the vision. And after I trimmed them up a little bit, I was like, I'm not saying I'm like, these are awesome, but after I did it, I was at least like, I can sort of see your point now. Before, it was just a fucking, it was just a mess, honestly. It's just a damn mess, but after I took care of it a little bit, I was like, I could sort of understand it. No, I left the hair. I trimmed the balls. I just trimmed the balls back a little bit. I just took a little bit off the bottom. Plus, when you take like a couple of inches off your balls, it makes your cock look bigger. I got to be careful the way I'm talking. Why are you reversed? What does that mean? Why am I reversed? I don't know how to answer that at all. Oh, because I have no hair on the top of my head, but I have a hair everywhere else. I don't know. I think the answer is like, it's hormonal. It's like genetic and hormonal. It's fucked up. Wait, what? Yeah, it's based on like the amount of like free testosterone. But don't let bald guys also do this. And I feel bad blowing up the spot of bald guys, but like it's cope. It's not regular testosterone. It's a different kind of testosterone. So whenever they're like, yeah, I guess I just had too much. I guess I'm just too much of a man. This is like testosterone that doesn't do anything. Or at least it makes you bald and hairy everywhere else, but it doesn't like make you more motivated to conquer the business world or whatever. But there's good things about it too. It also doesn't make you like, mean mug people that you just see on the street just for like happening to be there. You're just listening to Gaucho in your own world, man. DHT does do stuff. What does DHT do? Body and facial hair, deep voice, prostate growth in males. That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. Oh, shit. No one ever told me about that one. Is it good to have a big prostate? I honestly don't know. I think that it depends on what you're using it for. Probably, if I had to guess. Generally not. No chance. It's really bad. It's the worst. Okay, never mind. Maybe I should shave my prostate too. I was thinking, what if Borat was Bartleby the Scrivener? You ever think about that? And he said some shit like, I would prefer to. Not. This is a Studio Ghibli movie, also called Spirited Ghibli. It's not Spirited Away. It's Grave of the Fireflies. It's no, wait. This shit looked like Princess Mononoke Battle Pass. Mononoke. Princess Mononoke. This shit looked like Grave of the Fireflies. Does not have a battle pass. Last time I checked. What else we got? Polar Express, good guess. Akira. You guys ever notice? Maybe you wouldn't notice this if you watched. Fixed Your Collar. That's a good point. 1 second here. Sorry, it's probably this one right over here. Oh my gosh, horrendous. You ever notice the weird little dude from Akira looks a little bit like the 47th president of the United States? Weird dude in the chair from Akira. 1 sec. I'm getting not the dude who gets 5 million planets tall. I'm talking about this fella right here. What about the 6'7" president? Hey, what is that weird kid from Akira doing with the leather chair? Kane does mine. This guy right here. Can you see it a little? You can see it a little bit, right? I mean, the suit is too small, and the hair is kind of right. Can't you see him? Chibli. Akira, Chibli, Akira. The people are I'm getting so big, Chibli. I'm getting so big. I'm swallowing all the matter in Japan, Chibli. Not a single atom is escaping from me, Chibli. I'm growing in size to a gargantuan pace. I need you to help me, Chibli. I don't remember the plot of the movie 100%. Mostly that part and the motorcycle slide Chibli. Something like that. It does look more like Ted Kennedy, but I feel like Gen Z doesn't really know who he is. Livy, can anyone tell me why it's the Daily Dozen when there's only 9 questions? I think the answer, and I say this with as much respect as I think Barstool deserves, I don't think that anyone involved in the production can count. And I think that, just to be honest, like, I'm just happy that some of the questions even make sense. I do this just because it's no credit to Barstool. Trivia is basically just fun, no matter what. The sports questions are always so specific that it's ridiculous. And then the book question, it would be really funny if I got it wrong after this, but it's usually like, name a character from Lord of the Rings or something like that. More than a decade after his previous Masters win, this American golfer won the 1986 Masters. I mean, to get this one right and miss the book question would be really funny. But that's not going to happen because it's basically, what book is Tyler Durden from? I'll probably go with Fight Club on that one. That's Adam Driver and Jodie Foster. Now this is gas. Celebrity mashup they have the best mashups at Barstool, without a doubt. Books. In Goodnight Moon, who is the bear saying goodnight to? 12% of players got this right. So true. I got it wrong, though. I said bowl full of mush. I said goodnight comb, goodnight brush, comma, bowl full of mush. This brand is known for stocks and broths, typically packaged in cans or cartons with blue top halves, and its logo features the first letter of its name in a big red letter behind its name. What is this sentence, man? This brand is known for stocks and bras, typically packaged in cans or cartons with blue top halves, and its logo features the first letter of its name in a big red letter behind its name. The first letter of its name is in a big red letter behind. I have no idea. I know it's not Campbell's, but I can't think of another soup company. Holy cow, man. Samsonite. I was way off. Its logo features the first with blue top halves. Blue top. I'm trying to imagine it in my head. Blue top halves, and its logo, which is its name. No, its logo is not its name. It features the first letter of its name. It features the first letter in a big red letter behind its name. While not part of the Wolfpack, Ken Jeong, Heather Graham, Mike Epps, and Rob Riggle were featured in this 2009 Todd Phillips comedy. That's The Hangover, obviously. Listen, there's like 100 clues. Mike Epps was in that. He was. You know who else was in that? Ken Jeong, Rob Riggle, I believe Brian Callen, maybe. I know her name. The Ed Helms' fiance. I know her name, but I can't. Can somebody give me her name, please? It's not Tina Fey. Rachel Harris. Thank you. She does have a certain Tina Feyness to her, for sure. Knowing Tina Fey only as the wife of another actor is crazy work. Sapphire, it was not Tina Fey. It was Rachel Harris, who you don't know at all, which is way more problematic than knowing an actress for only one role. That was actually a pretty fucking big movie, by the way. You're trying to paint me as if I'm Poul Anderson. I'm not Poul Anderson. I didn't write Tau Zero, okay? I believe people are multifaceted, not simply one-note characters designed to push the narrative. She's so bad, though. Yeah, like Michael Jackson bad. So I watched a little Key and Peele on the airplane yesterday. Can you believe that the first sketch was she's stepping out the damn shower? Like, can I help you? Can you believe it? The first sketch of the show, pilot, like season 1, pilot episode. Do you also download YouTube Shorts to watch on the plane? No, librarian, obviously not. Instead, I read Katie Kitamura's audition from 2025 on the airplane. I gave it 3.5. What if movies are stars? What are books? I give it 3.5 out of 5 pages. But can I say it's been a while since I've been in a hotel gym. I was in a hotel gym, and I'm trying to think of the right way to describe it without alienating everybody in chat. The proliferation of genuine adults, and no disrespect to the younger people. I'm not talking about like 24-year-olds. I'm talking about like people my age or older. The proliferation of real adults who will watch shorts the entire time that they're working out it's gone too far. It is like I watched a dude on the StairMaster. He was probably like 29. I watched him on the StairMaster for an hour because it was right in front of the bike. So, of course, I'm not watching my shit. I'm watching whatever he's got on his screen and just da, 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 da for a whole hour, taking like 3 shorts a second to the dome. And every single one started with a guy going like this, like leaning back in a chair and going, you know, with like the really zoomed in, and he's got a hat on, and he's obviously in like a studio built in his garage. Every single one looked like it started, so, and he was just going tap, 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 the whole time. Did he have massive calves? I was like, you guys ever do that in the hotel gym? You're like, I'm stronger than everybody in here. And then like, you expect that they're going to get off their machine in like 2 minutes. And then they stay on as long as you stay on, and you're like, damn, actually that guy, I mean, an hour on the he might have been psychically cooked, but an hour on the StairMaster is kind of fucking crazy. That's kind of insane. I didn't really think about it while I was riding my bike, but I was like, walking up a flight of stairs for an hour straight is pretty crazy. Damn, I'm slow as fuck today, man. That always happens, though. What the fuck is ceftazidime? You know what? It ends in a coin. Oh, shit. There you go. Ends in a coin. Ending, US coins. You guys still have the penny over there. That's cute. How about like novice, armchair, novice, intermediate, expert? There's the steps you take in learning probably not armchair. Probably novice, intermediate, expert, proficient. Adjectives to describe competency in a domain. An understanding, a compact. This compact is sealed, right? Isn't that what the meme says? A promise, armchair, console, bookcase, footstool. Furniture in your den. Living room furniture. It's that simple. Monday connections easy. It's Monday? That's fucked up, man. That is fucked up. I wouldn't say it feels like a Monday. I wouldn't say it doesn't feel like a Monday. It just kind of feels like a day that doesn't really like exist. What do you guys think? Like a couple times a year, they should give you like a free day. Like 6 months in advance, the government should be like, we're gonna insert another day into the calendar. And like, I don't really give a fuck about like on a cosmic sense, but they should be like, you know, the third Saturday in April, that day's not going to count. You're going to have the Saturday, but then the next day is going to be the same day. It's going to be Saturday again. Why? Just to fucking give you some shit to fucking chill out on. Just to give you a liminal space to fucking do your business, man. Confuse the elderly a little bit? Oh, hey, what doesn't, brother? That's really fun. Some of these comments are really, really good. Plus, no disrespect, but like I don't think they really care what day it is for the most part. I mean, this is not like emblematic of everyone. My parents are retired. They don't always know what day it is. I'm lucky they know what month it is some of the time, man. Sorry, my daughter's coming down here to steal some paper. Why are you stealing paper? You want to steal? You can steal some paper from the printer. No, not that. Not that. I don't even know what that does, to be honest. There's spikes in it? Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, so here you see the very bottom of the printer. There's something, one more lower. It looks like a handle. Pull on that. You can pull on it pretty hard. You're not going to break it. Actually, you might. It's an HP. Here, let me help you out there. Here you go. Yeah, it's true. I'm the muscle man. That's right. We should get jacked in 2026. Jacked is, you know, when you go to the swimming pool or the beach and you see the men and they have the stomach that looks like it's like Hawaiian bread. No? Yeah, that's fair. That was a bit of a clumsy metaphor. If they look like they got a turtle shell on their stomach, you know what I'm talking about? Know what I'm talking about? She said no like 5 times. Just say muscles? I didn't think she would know what those were. Right there. I'm gonna say God gets more searches than strep throat. Never mind, guys. Never mind. Strep throat's getting a lot more searches than God these days. This is everything that's wrong with society, by the way. I'm actually worried this clip might get taken out of context and then run through on the podcast circuit. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Strep throat getting more searched than God these days. This is crazy. But listen, I don't even mean this to be rude. I feel like I flanderize myself every time I play this game. But I can't imagine being the kind of person who is like, I'm going to go put on Pitbull. If you are in an environment and it's on, that makes sense to me. Like somebody at the Bennigans has to go to Spotify and go like, hey, play the Pitbull party playlist. Like it's Thirsty Thursday. But like everybody else, there should never be a situation where you're like, I'm putting Pitbull into the search bar. I just don't get it. I still think he's going to clear though. Never mind. Clearly, I don't know anything, man. I don't know anything. All right, I'm going to say, they're going to need more men is such a good tagline, man. Oh, it tells you everything you need to know about the movie. He is going to go fucking crazy. He's going to go insane. Probably The Departed, though, I'd have to guess. Probably going to go with Hachiko, a dog's story, which is also a dog's tale. Probably Fargo, because it's like the best movie ever made. That's crazy, but whatever. It's probably Heat, because it's also really, really good. It's probably On the Waterfront, because he could have been a contender. Never mind. By the way, does anyone else, when they were watching First Reformed, thinking that the role of Mary's husband was fucking built for Mark Ruffalo? If they had made First Reformed in like 2014, Mark Ruffalo would have been so... Wait, they made it in 2017. Why couldn't they get Mark, man? Get Mark! Oh, it's true. He was hulking up back then. I forgot. Oh, sorry. I can't be the husband in First Reformed, even though it's a very killer role, because I gotta go be in Avengers Infinity War for 4 seconds. The guy who played that role played a young Mark Ruffalo in that 2018 HBO show. Well. Casting directors? I guess why would a casting director hire a casting director? Producers out there who are listening? Nursing that classic Golden Globes hangover? This doesn't look like it's gluten-free. But bread, we've gone through this before. Costco is cheap for everything, but it is more expensive for bread. And I think the reason it's more expensive for bread is because stuff has to cost a certain amount to justify occupying high premium real estate at the Costco. So if you could get 2 loaves of bread for $1.99 at your local grocery store, Costco can't afford to sell you bread that cheap because they could put like a natural gas or propane outdoor heater there instead that they could sell for like $1,700 a pop. So I feel like this has to be at least $6.99. Oh! He knows Costco, bro. They can't sell it to you for $2.99. It's that simple. This is my Strategy Gamer 2026 clip. Yeah. Jinxie flushed me, man. I'm still not over that. Jinxie flushed me. Ouch! Ouch, Jinxie! Ooh! Ow! Jinxie flushed me. God, that video came out in like 2006. Maybe 2007. Kid was probably like 3, and the baby was like under 1. Holy shit. 23-year-old kid who got bit by Charlie? You sound like you're from Barrytown, bro. Though you're not my enemy, I like things like they used to be back when Charlie Bit My Finger came out, okay? And though you'd like some company, I'm standing by myself. Go play with someone else. Oh, the misery. You guys hear the Bongo Cat version of Enemy by Imagine Dragons? Meow, 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 meow. You don't like it? I think it's kind of based because I'm pretty sure all the Bongo Cat songs are AI. So I'm actually like taking an AI song and making it human, which is basically like fuck you. Fuck you, Bongo Cat. How do you like it, bitch? Algeria. That would have been so fucking... Dude, have I ever said this? It looks like a shadow puppet Donald Trump. Algeria looks like shadow puppet Donald Trump. And he's giving Morocco a little kiss. He's giving Morocco a little kiss right there. You have said it before. How about Brazil? Oh, shit. You ever notice? This does not look like Donald Trump. This looks like a nerd from a 1980s movie. Where like, no, it looks like Spike from Cowboy Bebop, bro. Brazil looks like Spike from Cowboy Bebop. Can you see it? I can see it. Forget the chin. The chin's like not there. The chin should go like that instead. Yeah, he's looking down. He's looking down. Are you Bolivia? That's not where I thought. So you must be Ecuador then. What the fuck are you? Are you part of Peru? So on this side anyway, as we should have known from earlier, you like Guyana? You're warmer. Are you Venezuela? You're warmer. You're warmer? You're warmer, but it bordered Colombia? Oh, no. What is this? Antigua and Barbuda? Trinidad and Tobago? That's colder. Could it be Suriname? Suriname's down here, of course, as we know. You're the Antilles Islands, and what's the one it's like named similar to another country, but it ends in an A. You know the one I'm talking about? Dominica? Oh, yes! It's a window into how the brain works, man. Sorry, kids upstairs. How the heck did I was like, it must be this country, but I don't know the name, but I know that it's named like another country except it ends in an A. That's stupid, man. It's stupid the way that the human mind encodes things. That's not an efficient data structure, bro. Just use a key value pair. Yeah, you need something that has a mutable length, bro, because you don't know how many things you're going to have to store. Arrays are more efficient. Yeah, but I can't use a fixed size data collection, bro, because I might need to store more stuff later, you idiot. All of a sudden, you're in the grocery store, your wife sends you a text, hey, can you pick up maple syrup? All of a sudden, you're like, sorry, babe, array out of bounds exception. Nice try, dude. Let me know how that works out for you. 2021. It was a big weekend at the box office. I believe the most searched term around this time was probably like Omicron. Starring Gael Garcia Bernal, it was the #1 movie at the box office. It was a thriller, mystery, horror movie. It's Come? Movie's called Come, I think. This is old. The tagline for the movie is the beach that makes you old. That's really, really funny. I think I saw this in a TikTok, man. Isn't there like a YouTube short with a guy who's just kept his arm held up for like 40 years or something like that? And he's like, his other arm is like normal for his age, but then that arm is like all withered because of the blood supply has been cut off. They should make a movie about that guy. They don't even have to change the name. Paramount Pictures starring Henry Golding and Andrew Koji. Every warrior has a beginning. They're saving the life of their heir apparent, tenacious loner Snake Eyes. Is welcomed into an ancient Japanese clan called the Arashikage, where he is taught the ways of the ninja warrior. Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. That's a good one. Classic. That one, I remember that lit the world on fire when it came out in July 2021. Walt Disney had a movie starring Scarlett Johansson that is not Black Widow, because I remember paying $40 to watch Black Widow in 2020. And I regretted it immediately. The shine had come off the rose. Her World, Her Secrets, Her Legacy? Black Widow? All right, turns out I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything at all. Man, 2020 is... I could have sworn that came out in 2020. 2020 to 2021 is a crazy time period. How the heck did I watch Black Widow in 2021 with like a 1-year-old? I guess they just sleep all day, but like, that's crazy. That doesn't seem right. Universal 163 million, Vin Diesel. The Fate of the Furious, maybe? Action, adventure, crime. Fast X, perhaps? Fast... The Fast and the Furious? Fast and the Furious. Fast and Furious? Can I have some help here? Not all blood is family. Fast 5 was 2011. And Fast X is the 10th one. Fast and Furious 6... The Fast and the Furious. The Fate of the Furious. Did I already do that one? The Fast and the Furious. The Fast and the Furious. Fast, Furious. Fast and Furious. Fast, Furious. Furious 7. Furious... The Fast and the Furious. Chat, I don't... I don't know what to click on, man. I don't know. Furious doesn't even look like a real word anymore. Fast and Furious 6? Fast X? Fast X2? Fast 11? Fast and Furious? I give up. I give up. F9, the Fast Saga, the Fast Saga. Oh. F9, the Fast Saga. I should have known. By the way, I made a huge mistake yesterday watching First Reformed on an airplane, bro. I was like hiding my phone every time. There were like kids walking by my seat to go to the bathroom and stuff. Bro, so I'm like, what? Oh, Ethan, what are you doing with the barbed wire, man? Put the barbed wire away, man. There's little kids on this flight. Holy cow, dude. Ethan, what are you doing with the Pepto, man? Chill.
Filters. A noun meaning a porous article or...
It's with an S. Take my picture so I don't remember, man.
Oh. A noun meaning any of numerous voracious, elongate, snake-like, bony fishes. Order...
Eel. See, but that's why I was confused. You pronounced it wrong. It's eel.
Juvenilia. A plural noun meaning compositions produced in the artist's or author's youth. Derived from the Latin juvenilis, denoting the neuter...
Oh my God, juvenilia. That's a crazy word, man.
Exception. A noun meaning the act of accepting. Exclusion. Exception. A noun meaning the...
Is she in a rush?
Psalmody, a noun meaning the act, practice, or art of singing psalms in worship. Psalmodie originates from Greek, meaning singing to the harp, through Latin and French. Psalmody.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Words got patched while I was gone, man. We run it back.
Hualaga, a geographical name meaning river 700 miles, 1126 kilometers. Long in north-central Peru, flowing north into...
Fuck. With a Y, maybe? Or
Diastole, a noun meaning a rhythmically recurrent... Bailiwick, a noun meaning the office or jurisdiction of a bailiff. Middle English bailiffwick merges bailiff and Old English wick, meaning village. Bailiff.
Oh my God. I'm gonna fucking freak out, man.
Miracle, a noun meaning an extraordinary event.
You don't have to speak slowly just because I spelled the words wrong. The words are hard, man.
Madagascar, a geographical name meaning
You guys doing anything special? 20th anniversary of Madagascar is coming up. The movie, not the country. How'd you know that? I think I saw it in an article somewhere. I don't know. It's not a funny answer. I think there was an article that was like 10 things to do in Vancouver this week, and one of them was like, hey, Cineplex is playing Madagascar for its 20th anniversary. In the unique spot of being too old to have seen it when it came out, because I didn't want to watch a kid's movie, and now having a kid that's probably still too young to really care about Madagascar. I think I'm just destined to never see Madagascar, man. How have you never seen it? I was like 17 when it came out. I was literally watching Harold and Maude and pretending to understand it. Oh, it's a movie about how, love connects kindred spirits regardless of their age. No, bro, she was off the pen. Maude was fucking crazy, and she took advantage of Harold. Harold was just kind of bored. He didn't really know what to do with his life, and Maude was fucking insane. She's not quirky. She has a serious mental illness. It's a movie about White Castle? Okay, that's pretty good. It's a hearty, meatless pie that gained popularity during rationing. Everything points to the United Kingdom, man. That's Woolton pie. Yeah, man, give it a try. It's a little wet. It's a little wet. If Jim fucked that, he would have sworn off intercourse for the rest of his life. So let's just thank God that he actually chose to fuck an apple pie. Because if the British version of American Pie, he just goes to the hospital for third-degree burns on his penis. But it's covered by the NHS. That could be, dude, British Pie could have some legs. British Pie could be good. And British Part 2, British Wedding, British Reunion. I'm British, I don't know what the fuck butter pie is. Just one of the many pies that Jim fucked, or as they call him in British Pie, James. By the way, I'm getting roasted a little bit. I think we're probably going hummingbird cake here. I'm getting roasted a little bit for my 3-star review of The Friendship. Here's what I'll say about The Friendship. Funny bits did not feel to me like a coherent movie. It felt like a series of skits stitched together. I liked it. That's why I gave it a 3 stars. But it to me, it didn't feel like there was, it didn't have the traditional trappings of a film in the sense that I felt like characters changed and were affected by the things that happened over the course of the movie. It felt like a series of skits stitched together. I do also think, and I say this as someone who, not only am I Flanderized, but I Flanderized myself so much, I've said Flanderized like 10 times in the stream so far. The world is ready. Not with Disney, he doesn't have to. But the world is ready for another layer of Tim Robinson. He's got that, like, domestic, pitiable guy who wants to be taken seriously at any cost, who just keeps doubling down and reacting inappropriately. He's got that. We need one more layer of just one wrinkle that could be revealed that could just deepen the characters a little bit. He does need his uncut gems, but he isn't as bad as Adam Sandler was prior to Uncut Gems. He's mostly been pretty good. He needs a BlackBerry, exactly. He needs to be in Nirvana, the band, the movie, the show, the podcast. I'm going hummingbird cake. It looks really good, man. Or a season of True Detective would go so crazy, man. It would be so, oh man, a Tim Robinson, like Danny McBride, True Detective would be so crazy. This is really tough, man. Ramen versus chana masala. Black bag mentioned. I'll probably go ramen, but it's really close. This one's tough because I bet that's good as fuck. Also, they're at a damn hockey game, man. That's crazy. In England? I'll go with a Biscoff pie. I'm sorry. I voted with my heart on that one. Both look pretty good, though. Mystery Scran eaten with the credit card. Hi, here is a photo of a cheeseburger we bought. Probably go with the cheeseburger on that one. You shouldn't be eating off your credit card. Did they know I was coming back today? Sort these movies by the year they were released, starting with the latest. Okay, well, Dude, Where's My Car is like 2001. Who's Afraid of Roger Rabbit is like 1991. Are We There Yet is like 2005. What's Eating Gilbert Grape was after Roger Rabbit. And then 2 movies, I don't know. So I'm just going to flip them right there. It's that simple. He's pressed, man. Hey, Ghost Pepper, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. He's licking the play button. Don't lick that. That's for me to lick. So stately. Can you soy face and point? Pretty good, right? I think I got a good soy face. Heckin' Big Chonker! Heckin' Caterino! Yes! How old is Tomo now? He's a cat, is the first thing. So it's a little fuzzy. And also we're not totally sure. He's 13. Yeah, he's 13. I think we got him a while ago. You say 13? We got him in January of 2023. I mean 2013. Yeah, he's an old baby, exactly. Still ain't got no job, I'll tell you that much. Still too young to have a dang job or help out around the house. He looks great and healthy. They're doing just fine. I mean, they're a little old, but like otherwise, pretty much chilling. 20th century, King Crimson voice, 20th century, German Lutheran clergy. Born in 1906, died in 1945. He was a Christian humanist. Bro, it's a German civilian. I should know who you are. So how can you be a civilian that's court-martialed? That seems fucked up. That's like getting fired from a job you don't have, man. I mean, we might as well. Union Theological Seminary alumni. Bonhoeffer. You can be court-martialed as a civilian. I guess like the rules didn't really apply back then. Sports leagues in Spain. La Liga? That guy was 39. Bro, he literally lived through 2 world wars, okay? Can we cut him a little bit of slack for looking old when he was executed by the Third Reich? Also, he was literally 6'5", so he was probably fucking handsome back then. Now this, I have not used my brain in this capacity in a while. 7-Eleven uniform among ugliest. Okay, can I say? Is it -4? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's 7 minus 11. It's 7 minus 11. It's just 7 minus 11. Holy fuck! I don't understand any. Okay, I see that this has uniform. Uniform is in -4. Uniform. Among ugliest uniforms. You put a U inside of uniforms and then scramble. Uniform equals NATO phonetic U, then you add uniform, so it's U in uniforms anagram to -4. Holy cow. Or you could just do 11 minus 4. That's true, which I think is easier. Dude, my mom got me laughing. Did you know? Did you know that in Canada, and this is one of those things where I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me. Whenever there's like a fast food contest, when you win a prize, even though it's like chance-based, you have to answer a skill testing question because like, I don't know, pure luck is illegal or something like that here. So my mom won a bunch of like Starbucks stars in the app by playing their Christmas game. And then when I gave her the skill testing question, I was laughing so hard. Because normally, like, if you win McDonald's Monopoly, they're like, okay, what's like 6 times 4 minus 3? This one was literally like, okay, take 64, multiply it by 110, divide it by 4, and then add 37. And I was like, I literally, if this hadn't been on the app, if this had been like at the counter, I would have been like, I don't know what you want me to do. That's just, it's not that I can't do it. It's just like a little bit too much. Yeah, I would have said no thank you with the smiley face. I'd be like, give me 5 minutes at least and a pen and a pad. Anti-laziness propaganda. Don't listen to this movie. Be lazy. Keep consuming more and more until you're huge. Could this be Wall-E? It's Wall-E, y'all. It's a good movie. 2005, 614 million views. Gold Digger, Holla Back Girl, something by the Black Eyed Peas, Promiscuous by Nelly Furtado. Let's take a peek. Steady as She Goes by the Raconteurs. Something about the Kaiser Chiefs. Something about I tried to get in a taxi. Man in a tracksuit attacked me. Need a little bit more. I'm working for the cash machine. Something, it's got a very British sort of, lilt to it. What do you got here? Let me hear that brass. Is this the brass ensemble? It's really familiar. Or is it an ad? Online casino ad? Ah, like me. It's the Pussycat Dolls. Don't cha. No thanks. There we go. Classic. Why is it so good like this? Put that on the playlist of songs I never want to hear ever again. MIDI's kind of fire. I guess, man. You bastard. Oh, shit. I don't really give a fuck about the Pussycat Dolls to be. Why are you so Gordon Ramsay coded? It's because I watched the first episode of Key and Peele where they do the Hell's Kitchen bit. You don't know whether I like the dish. Let's just say, pack up your knives. You're off the show. Oh. I'm sorry, chef, because you should be working at the finest restaurants in the world. Thank you, chef. Just no world that I'd ever like to live in. That was the first episode. The first episode is all heat, except like the Obama anger translator stuff. It's not like it aged badly. I'm just sort of in 2026, you're just kind of like, why am I watching this? This is not really like contemporary it's like when I was a kid and there would be like old Saturday Night Live episodes on TV and you'd be like, oh yeah, I guess he sounds like George Bush Sr., but like I don't really know what the fuck this Weekend Update's really talking about. Like it's going over the news from when I was like 1.5 years old. I'm young, but I'm not that old. Also, another great sketch, Key and Peele. Sorry to bring back sketch comedy from like literally 14 years ago. But when the doctor's trying to talk to the guy about his mom, but he keeps taking it as a yo mama insult battle. Oh man. They gotta bring that show back, man. Those guys are not doing anything. They gotta bring that back. Yeah, give up on the horror experiment, Jordan. It'll never work. You tried it 3 times, failed every single time. It's time to get back to doing your Lil Wayne impression, okay? Time to get back to doing Lil Wayne in Rikers Island Penitentiary 3 times an episode for some reason. Come on, man. He produced him. That's really good. That's really good. Somebody translate the angry comment in my review of Roofman so I can finally understand what he's saying. I don't speak Spanish. I guarantee they're saying I called Roofman not a good guy, and then they seem to be going into detail about how he was taken advantage of by the United States military. But Roofman, decent movie. I didn't mean translate it into fucking Chinese, librarian. I meant to... People have really no idea what a psychopath is, much less understand human psychology, anthropology. We're looking at a former U.S. military soldier who the state abandoned to his fate, left him without any help, in addition to his environment and other factors. He's not a psychopath. He's doing what he can, given the situation he's in because of the bad decisions that led him there. He thinks logically. Oh, no, okay, listen. That's a crazy message to put in the comments, man, especially like in Spanish. Honestly, I think Roofman, clever guy, kind of messed up how he was like, hey, I know I'm a fugitive on the run from the police. Let me live inside of a Toys R Us and like seduce Kirsten Dunst and make her kids think I'm awesome so that when I get arrested, like it's insanely traumatic for everybody involved. Me personally, I guess maybe I'm virtue signaling. I think that was kind of like a bad thing to do, is to be like, yeah, well, I'm on the run from the police. I'm going to actively court this woman who's just doing her job and get her to fall in love with me. But I guess he was just doing what he had to do given the circumstances. Thank you, by the way, for saying the movie was good, but not as good as Bernie. I don't know if I left that in my review, but it's a genre of movie I like. Bernie likes. It's not as good as Richard Linklater's Bernie, starring Shirley MacLaine and Jack Black, but it's pretty good. It's just no Bernie. This guy's talking. You guys are going to keep me appraised of what he's saying, right? He's talking about your Roofman review. He's giving me the vibe of the Roofman review. Me, when I find out that the character who did something bad didn't just do something bad because he's bad, but because he had reasons to do it. This guy must be good. Oh my God, a bad guy doing things because he's getting good stuff out of it. And he has motivation, not just being bad just because he's going to be bad. We ever figure out, speaking of relatable anti-heroes, we ever figure out how Mr. Freeze freezing the entirety of Gotham City was going to like generate a cure for his wife's illness? Or was he just kind of pissed off? Test subjects make sense. He could try to run... Well, no, because like they don't all have the same disease as Mrs. Freeze. Fuck it. Dr. Freeze. I'm going to assume that like people with a similar educational background tend to choose someone with a similar educational background as a partner. So like she was probably a doctor too. She'd like to keep the thermostat lower. In 2026, I'm not going to make any observations about the differences between men and women. And I'm keeping the preferences of the non-binary completely out of this because I honestly don't know. But 2025 me would say something like, women do like to keep the house a little hotter than men. 2025 me might say something like that. 2026 me would not say something like that. 2026 me would say women and men like to keep the thermostat at exactly the same temperature. There is not even a single degree of difference between them. And you can draw your own conclusions from that. He's ultra woke now. I know I'm ultra woke because when I was watching like First Reformed, I was like, come on, Ethan, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to just drink the Pepto by itself, man. You don't have to put the Pepto in the whiskey. Chill. I know I'm ultra woke because when I was watching it, my first thought was, oh shit, that's Cedric the Entertainer. And you know what, Ricky? They didn't bill him as Cedric the Entertainer. That's when I was like, oh shit, I put this on because Cedric was in it. I thought it was going to be like a laugh out loud comedy. I thought it was going to be like Who's Your Caddy or like The Cookout or something like that. Then I was like, who the hell's this Cedric? They can't be talking about Cedric the Entertainer because his last name is not The Entertainer. Occupational surnames taking it a step too far lately? Well, okay, listen. Tyler the Creator, sure. I mean, no man should play God, but have you heard Goblin? If that album sucks, I was just trying to think of anything that Tyler the Creator's done in music. I'm not an Odd Future guy. I'm too old. But I do want to say, I don't think Megan Thee Stallion should be lumped in there. Because I don't think Stallion is her job title. I think it's like it's a superlative like in the yearbook. Like most likely to blank. Most likely to Stallion. Did you guys win any superlatives in high school? Do they still do that? I feel like that's one of the things that actually... It would make sense if the new phase of culture has taken away the most likely to blank page of the yearbook. Because I remember, and librarian, you probably know where I'm going with this, but in like the last semester of my senior year of high school, all the seniors got a a list. And the questions were like, best smile, best hair, stuff like that. Most likely to succeed, most likely to be prime minister one day. Then one of them was like, moodiest. And I remember being like, because the girl I had a crush on was very moody. And I remember being like, surreptitiously being like, who are you guys going to vote for moodiest? And they were all like, I mean, obviously we're going to vote for her. And I went, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm pretty sure she probably got like unanimously voted moodiest. And then in the yearbook, there was no moodiest. So cooler heads must have prevailed at some point. And they probably went, we can't just ruin this girl's day. Like she's gonna get a yearbook that's like supposed to commemorate her experience in high school, and it's gonna be like, hey, basically everybody thinks you're crazy. Yeah, the consensus is that everybody that you thought was your friend actually thinks you're kind of insane. Maybe she needed the wake-up call? Well, I think she just literally had, like some kind of... She needed help, let's put it that way. She didn't need she wasn't gonna be like, oh, now that I've been told I'm moody, I'm just gonna like, rectify myself. You've been doing the tutorial the whole time? Well, I've only been playing the game for like 5 seconds, man. I mean, this isn't Chaos Zero Nightmare where you're like still on the tutorial a month later. Lock in and stop looking at chat. I haven't looked at chat for a whole week though. I think I should be able to look at chat as like a little treat. Oh great, you were right, and I ruined it. And now I look like a fucking idiot thanks to you. And now the ball's falling all the way to the bottom. Great. Thanks a lot. No, I didn't play any CZN on vacation. I'm not even trying to be this guy, but I like didn't have Wi-Fi, so I was just like reading books instead. And I was like, man, maybe classic literature is actually like better for you than gacha games. But let's just be honest and say step one, like from the jump, this is January talking, and you can't take anyone's behavior like at face value in January. January is where everyone gets like a little sense of renewal and they're like, I'm gonna change all my habits. And especially because I was like on vacation, I was like, it's so easy to like fix your life when you don't have to like do any work or like domestic responsibilities. You're like, damn, maybe I'll just like get an 8-pack. It seems easy. Literally all you have to do is like eat right and work out. And then like as soon as we got home yesterday, I was like, it's 11, I'm tired. Let's just get to some McDonald's and go to sleep. It's why didn't I think of that? Imagine having diarrhea in jail. Okay, they really should have like their own bathroom stall. I would have I don't know if I would have a hard time pooping. I would wish to have a private bathroom stall too. Aren't you a shy pooper? No, I have a shy bladder a little bit. The poop is like, I'm not shy, I'm an embarrassed pooper. Cause like it's shy bladder is like I occasionally have a hard time starting the stream in public. So eventually you just get to the urinal and your bladder feels like it's going to explode. And then you realize that you're standing side by side with another person with a shy bladder and you're both begging that the other person's stream starts so that it drowns out the fact that your stream hasn't started, but instead you're playing like piss chicken with each other while the other guy's stream is not starting, and you've been standing there for like 2 minutes and everybody else is probably like, why the fuck are those guys pissing so long? And then one of you blinks and then like just zips up without having pissed, but then they still have to wash their hands anyway, and you're like, damn, that guy's gonna like piss his pants later for sure. There's no such thing as a shy colon though, because like you can prefer to poop in public, but eventually they just beat the door down. So you can't have a shy colon, you have an embarrassed colon, which is like me anytime I travel with my wife. And I'm like, this woman is a saint, because at like 4:45 in the morning, I'm like waking up and going to the bathrooms right next to the bedroom and just going like and for some reason, not every, and this is why more neurotypical people need to get involved in like, I don't know, like hospitality. Why doesn't every hotel bathroom have a fan that's like at least a little bit noisy so that it covers up the sound slightly instead of just being like cavernous and no soft surfaces at all. So it just like the fart heard around the fucking world, man. It's so annoying. Thought you reached an age where you didn't care about this kind of stuff? What are you, like 17? You're still at that age where you're like, oh, I don't have it figured out now, but when I'm 25, like I won't have any questions about the world anymore. It's just this, like you just get older. If anything, it actually gets worse because when you're young, you're like, I don't know how adults do things. I gotta learn how adults do things. But then when you get older, you're like, well, I don't know how older adults do things, but now there's a whole cohort of people that are like younger than me and I don't know how they do things now either. I mean, I know a few things. They no longer have headphones and then it's an epidemic. They watch videos through their phone speaker in public places, including on airplanes, which seems psychotic to me. Because I don't even like someone knowing like what I'm watching on my phone to begin with, but then like to just broadcast it to the whole airplane is insane. But apart from that, I don't know what they're doing, man. So there's like, I basically don't know what anybody's doing. I kind of only sometimes know what I'm doing. I don't like it how some planes don't have screens now, so you have to use your phone to get the app. Well, listen, I would +2 that. I think it's a minor problem because you could just get the app, but I do understand what you're talking about. I'm resisting the urge to tell you that I am old enough that there have been times where, well, if you go on a small enough airplane, they just don't have shit for you. But then also, I've been on like big airplanes 15 years ago where they were like, the movie is The Imitation Game. And then when you reach cruising altitude, one TV in the cabin comes down from the ceiling and the headphones plug in and just everybody listens to the same movie at the same time, which is insane. But also, easy solution, just build your own plane. You don't like it? Build your own plane. How about that? That was hype. Not when the fucking movie of the airplane ride is Runner Runner, starring Ben Affleck. And Justin Timberlake, oh, brother. It wasn't so bad when it was The Imitation Game. It was pretty bad when it was Runner Runner. One time my husband was on a bus from DC to New York and the DVD menu for Must Love Dogs was on the whole time. I've been in a situation semi-similar to that. I went on it's not the DVD menu because that clears, just to be honest. But I went on a bus trip to New York. And they said, we've got to play New York movies. So we watched Made in Manhattan. 11 years after it came out. It's not like it was like, hey, this movie just came out. It was like, it was old, man. I think we watched Serendipity too with like John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale, Jeremy Piven. You're like, of all the, like every second movie is about New York, man. Why the hell are we watching Made in Manhattan? Can I say something? Hang on, I gotta make sure my wife's listening. King beds, a little too big. I'm sorry, I mean, if you're sleeping by yourself, who cares? Anything above a single is good enough. But if you're sleeping with your partner, I don't want a king bed, man. It's big enough you can get lost in the night. I want a queen bed. I don't want a double. Like I'd like to have the opportunity to get my own space. I'd rather have a queen. I don't want to lose my spouse in the night, man. Because you want to get some cuddle time. It makes you look desperate. You've given up like 80% of your space to move over, man. In this economy, no, I don't think so. It's hard to hold frame in a king bed when you want to get some cuddle time. A queen bed, you just slightly go past the median, and you're like, you know, it doesn't look that desperate. On a king bed, you're making a fucking leap to go from side to side. You can't do it surreptitiously and be like, oh, did I do that? Sorry, I didn't see you there. You gotta literally like chart a course. Away, I set a course to find a brand new island everywhere we roamed. Type of shit, you know what I'm talking about? No way. That felt good, man. That felt good. What is he on about? You a big spoon, little spoon? Big spoon. Prefer being the big spoon. Don't like to be the little spoon because you got to keep your tummy flexed the whole time. I love, there's nothing better as a streamer than getting half question marks and half he's rights. Big spoon, you got the risk of your balls being farted on? What do you mean risk? Thank you. Thank you for using astral projection to help guide the ball to its zenith. I appreciate that. We need more of that energy in 2026. I know someone out there's got a fucking voodoo doll of me. They just keep filling it up with air and then farting it out. Pissing me off. Making my tummy hurt. Stop that shit. Stop. I'm on to you. Who it is, I can only guess. Right, Yeti? What if my wife gets too warm and I like to sleep cold? I have a 90s sitcom heteronormative take on that you're not gonna like. If you are with your true love and you're gonna be together forever, one of you, you're gonna fight a climate battle. What you should do is just surrender and like let her terraform your whole body to the temperature that she prefers to be at, rather than fight for the thermostat for your whole life. If she likes to have it at 76 and you like to have it at 68, get used to 76, buddy. Because if you don't, it's one battle after another. What if you're lesbians? On that one, I need to phone a friend. I only try to speak with things that I have a little experience on. Separate blankets, man. Problem is, and it's not really a problem because I've allowed myself to be terraformed. It was in the vows. We're a single duvet household. So it's already, let's start with the basics. You can't sleep in no blanket, because if you sleep in no blanket, something will eat you. You have to have at least one blanket for comfort. So there is that. The second thing is that we're on one blanket. And then the third thing is that the thermostat's high. And that's where at some point your body just gives up its previous homeostasis that it clings very tightly to. And over the course of several years, it goes, you know what? Okay, we're gonna become a lizard. And I've gotten happier since I've become a lizard, since I stopped fighting the thermostat battle. But the other thing that also helped, I think, and this is not really actionable advice, but the other thing that's really helped is just falling asleep in like 3 seconds every night. There's some nights where I'll be like sweating when I go to bed, and I'm like, there's no chance I'm gonna fall asleep. Like, this is way too hot for me to fall asleep. Next thing I know, 4:45 a.m. my alarm's going off. I'm like, skill difference. Just every single time, man. Every single time. Cold helps with the sleep. I know, maybe I'm lucky I'm keeping it so warm. Who knows how good I would sleep if it was cold, man. I was working out at like 4:45 in the morning on vacation, though. It felt sick as fuck. Although you could see other people walking into the hotel gym at like 5:30 being like, the look on their face, smiling on the way into the gym because they're like, I'm going to be the first person in the hotel gym. They see me, fucking already a pool of sweat underneath the Peloton. Damn. I'm the second person in the hotel gym. Should be saying some shit like, what took you so long? Oh, you decided to show up. Then they outlift you by double? I gotta figure out what kind of old guy I want to be. And listen, it's not like I'm muscular 37-year-old right now, so I don't have to worry about it like right away. A lot of the dudes in the hotel gym, a lot of the old dudes, old and muscular, I just can't get behind the look, man. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. Balls out in the change room? I mean, that's a given. And listen, the one take that I'll give to old dudes, and it's 100% like I understand where they're coming from, and I think they're right. The men's locker room is there for you to get naked in. If you're making fun of old dudes for having their balls out in the gym locker room, you're wrong. That's where you change from normal clothes into clothes you're going to sweat in, and then where you change from sweaty clothes into normal clothes. They like to hang out in there? Bro, they got fucking nothing to do. Drying your balls in the hand dryer is a step beyond. That's something I'm not comfortable doing. But it does make sense. And you're always saying shit like, you know, your hands are dirtier than your balls anyway. Right? People are always saying shit like that. So you shouldn't, if you're not worried about people drying their hands, you shouldn't be worried about people drying their balls in there either. Being a girl has so much less secrets. I mean, what the hell are you doing? It's just, listen, the balls make sense because they're more pliable. Ain't nobody drying their pussy off on the hand dryer. It just doesn't even make any sense. Got to be doing a handstand or something like that. Just doesn't even, it boggles the mind. The under boob though, I wouldn't know about the sweat under the boob, I suppose. Something I'd never considered before. It's the worst. Actually, you know what? Because the balls kind of get an under ball sweat too. And that it's probably one of the sweatiest parts. So then like making that even larger, I could understand. Yeah, multiply the area. I'm multiplying it a lot right now. I'm multiplying it in my mind. Unrelated question, what gym do you go to? Well, I work out in my basement, so don't come visit me. But I did get recognized once in a community center gym when I was balls out. But what's funny is it was I got recognized by someone, but they're also like a public figure. It's not a salacious story, but I was getting changed in the locker room like after a run. This is like 12 years ago or something like that. And then somebody went, "Hey, are you Ryan?" And I went, "Yeah." And he said, "I'm Tyler. I work at Red Hook Studios." This is like, I think just before or just after Darkest Dungeon came out. And I was like, that's crazy. And not for a sec, I don't know, like I'm self-conscious. I'm not really that self-conscious about like my balls. At the airport, I got recognized in the men's room. It didn't even cross my mind, man. Mostly because I had used the stall, so like already I was protected, but still. I'm not balls shy. I don't know why, like piss shy doesn't even make any sense to me. There's no logical argument for being piss shy. Like everybody pisses. I don't have weird pisses. I have weird poops. That's a different thing. Stop talking about the men's locker room. I'm sorry, listen. The men's locker room is for getting naked. It's a little weird to hang out in the locker room naked, but not if you're retired. Old retired dudes love just hanging out. They don't care. Have you literally seen, they do worse things. They'll order a coffee and then stay in McDonald's for like 6 hours. I would rather at least, have a little texture to the interaction, have my balls out or something like that. But you gotta get naked in the locker room. You can't be like, I don't know, like driving home in your gym clothes and then taking a shower and changing at home. That's too crazy. Your car is gonna fucking reek, bro. Nobody fucking cares. Why not? Because it's fucking gross to sit in your leather seat with your sweaty ass gym clothes, man. Pop the windows open, just take a shower and change in the gym. That being said, I know we've been through this before, but it is like, I'll stop talking about it when they fucking change it. It's crazy. Like even in elementary school, and the boys' locker room is basically, for anybody who's never been in one, standard issue boys' locker room is basically a concrete square with benches around the perimeter that have hooks on them to hang your shit up and no walls. No walls at all. Sometimes the bathroom stalls don't even have walls. You're just kind of like open air shitting within eyesight of like the people that are just changing their clothes. In maybe like the 7th grade, we did a school play. And for some reason, like our green room was the girls' locker room. And we were like, we were pissed off. We were like, what the fuck? They have showers with like doors and walls, so they all get an individual shower. They all get an individual bathroom stall. They have like cubbies and shit, and the men just basically, you're not in prison, but they bring the prison to you. You get a square with a couple of benches, your bare ass on the bench that probably gets cleaned like once a month. You're pissing in like a drain in the middle of the room. And then the girls' locker room is literally like, they treat you like a human being with some dignity in there. It's insane. And that still percolates out throughout your entire life as a man, essentially. Even still, the boys' bathroom, I don't know why I'm 37, I don't know why I'm calling it the boys' bathroom, but they treat you like livestock in there. They treat you as an engineering problem. If you ever start to complain about the men's bathroom, you start to hear about, but throughput and the unit cost per stall would be. Have you ever heard anybody say shit like that about a women's bathroom ever? Never in history. Never in history. It's, oh, well, of course we need stalls. There's dignity, and we need to have this over here, and, well, let's make it nice for them. And the men's bathroom, go Google Washington State Convention Center first floor bathroom window, piss window, that whole thing. Google that, and show me the picture that you see. Average West Coast men's bathroom. I used to just go visit it just to experience it every PAX. What's crazy is it's probably worse than you're imagining. It's a I think I need to have my hands. You walk into the bathroom, you turn right. There's 2 stalls and urinals on the other side with no dividers because you're not allowed to. If we put up a divider, there will be 3 cents per stall. Well, they're just men. Who cares? They're just pissing. They've cut in. Imagine you're sitting down in the stall. Your left would be where people are walking into the bathroom. They have cut out, I would say, about an 18-inch tall rectangle that's as wide as the stall wall. So you make eye contact with the people that are in the bathroom while you're shitting. And why? Well, it's honestly so that, like, if you're doing drugs in the bathroom and you pass out, like, they can be like, hey, there's a dude in the bathroom that we need to, like, call 911 on. But for, like, those of us not doing drugs in the bathroom, kind of fucks up the vibe a little bit. Because you're, like, trying to shit. It's one of the rare times it's actually more embarrassing to piss than to shit. Because if you go into the stall to piss, you become completely depersonalized. You are just a pissing dick to everybody else in the bathroom. At least if you're shitting, you have a face. And, like, your ass is obscured by the wall. But if you're standing up to piss in that bathroom, you are just a piece of meat. It's fucking foul, man. I'm not even messing. People are saying I would rather shit my pants. The bathroom is so bad that genuinely, I might rather piss my pants. Even if I was wearing, like, light blue linen pants, I might rather piss my pants than stand up and piss in that stall. But I don't know, because toxic masculinity hurts men too. You know how I know that? About 50% of men who go piss in the stall leave the door open because they don't want you to think that they need privacy to piss. And they certainly don't want you to think that they're shitting. They just walk in and go piss to assert dominance over the toilet. Yeah. I'm using a stall, but I'm not a pussy. I'm pissing in here with the door open because all the urinals are taken. Pissing me off. This is the way. Shit's weird. I see it so often. Dude, also on the airplane yesterday, I took my daughter to the bathroom. We're waiting for the bathroom door to open. The door opened, and it was like an 8-year-old kid. And he, like, opened the door, and then he went, oh! And then he looked back, and he, like, went back into the bathroom and locked the door and closed it again. And then I waited, like, another 10 seconds, and he came out again, and he looked at me and said, the flush is broken. And I went, oh, okay, that's fine. Here, let me try. And then I opened up the door, and there was just, like, a little turd sitting on the toilet, like, in the bowl, but just sitting in the toilet. And you're gonna be like, how'd you fix it? I just pressed the flush button, and it went, and flushed the fucking turd down the toilet. And then he went back to his seat. It was so good, man. Oh, dude. He got scared. He might have gotten scared. I don't know. Then my kid, I tried to get her to go into the bathroom, but she's, like, traumatized by the one time that the bathroom door didn't open right away. So she freaked out and she crawled back to our seat on her hands and knees. I was like, oh. Crawling on her hands and knees down the damn in-aisle lighting. Yeah, go on. You could go in the Sheraton. That's why it's nice to have that J.C. Denton style notes ledger with all the bathroom codes. I gotta get fucking on this. I gotta start trading some bathroom codes. I got some seriously high value ones. There's not a lot of public bathrooms in Vancouver, especially downtown. I mean, I'm selling. Let's just say there's a department store downtown. A very nice bathroom in a location where you would be hard pressed to find a very nice bathroom. I got the code. Be chill, because I don't want them to change it, but bar in college had the urinal set up with one-way glass, so while you were pissing, you could see out into the bar. Dude, that's like Bleachers Bar in Boston. It's built into Fenway Park. The urinals face Fenway Park, and they have like an eye height window so you can still watch the baseball game while you piss. Now you're gonna say, how's that? I wouldn't know, because anytime I've ever been there, it's been like 1 in the morning. But it's still kind of, you know, it's vibes. That would be crazy. Imagine you hit a home run through the window. You like caught it while you were pissing. It's like a Mentos ad. I got into an accident on I-5. I couldn't think about anything but what you said about the drivers on the damn highway. Being young is when what Northernlion says makes you mad. Being old is when you realize that he's right. I'm just going to say that so that if this ever happens to you, you're like, damn, he's right. I'm seeding the earth for the future. People on I-5 really do drive like insane. It's crazy. I-5 southbound. I don't know why I said it like I'm from Auburn. I-5 southbound is not that bad. I-5 northbound is like Mad Max for some reason. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. Why are you going 10 over the speed limit? I'm trying to fucking die here. Bro, being from Washington and having an ego about driving is so funny. Like, you know they're making posts on their subreddit. When are people gonna learn how to drive in the rain? Oh my God. I'm a lifelong Seattle denizen. The way people drive so slow in the rain is crazy. We do that. I've been called out. Yes, this is what the Bellingham subreddit is like. No escalator, have an ass. Oh, basically a mall and 17 acres of parking lot pretending to be a town, getting mad at me for telling jokes because their favorite comedian is I don't know where I'm going with that one. We'll just bail. Okay, once. It's so weird when the streamer talks about places I've lived, like you're not convincing me this guy's real. I'm real, man. I'm like Kurt Russell in Vanilla Sky. I'm real. I will say, if you live in Orlando or anything on the west coast of the United States, including Hawaii, which is not really on the west coast, it's kind of on all coasts at the same time, I guess, and also including Alaska, you should not be surprised to see me once in your life. If you are from the Midwest or the south of the United States and you see me, tread carefully. That's not me. That's a doppelganger in all likelihood. Like if you're in Everett, Washington, and you see a guy who looks like me, come say hi. There's a very reasonable chance that that's me. If you are in Tennessee, if you're in Chattanooga and you see me, you didn't see me. What about Atlanta? I've never been, but I think that I would have a good time in Hotlanta. I think I got kind of an ATL vibe to me. No, you don't? I think I do. I think I'm the type of guy, they might be like, pass the vibe check, and then I would say, I like fish and grits and all the pimp shit. Everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, say some shit like that. I think they'd be like, this guy is pretty cool. They would blow your shit smooth off. I think they'd probably just be like, not that concerned with my existence, if I had to guess. They're living their own life. That's a funny ass sentence. You would do so well in Duluth, there's a large Korean population. I'm not Korean, man. It's a really funny ass sentence, though. You're Korean by marriage, that's true. Being an ethnicity by marriage is a real thing. I've been saying for years. Trying to just take some form of clout, however I can get it. Have you seen the What Fruit Is This videos? I've not. Have you seen First Reformed? Wait, everyone knows though. I've eaten every fruit. What fucking fruit is this? But I've eaten every fruit though? When I said it loud and clear, but apparently I'm speaking Chinese. Should I unmute this one? Where's the mute button on
Yeah, I've had every fruit. Have you yeah. If you're asking me if I've had a fruit, I've had it. Have I had Aki fruit? Yeah, dude, I've had every fruit, man.
Okay.
Have you had... Yeah, bro. Have I tried rose apples? Yeah, bro, I got a lot of videos with those. I've had every fruit.
Okay.
Have I had snake fruit? Yeah, I've had every fruit. Have you yeah. If you're asking me if I've had a fruit, I've had it. Have I had Aki fruit? Yeah, dude.
Okay, that is really good. That's really good. I kind of want to go in and ask if he's had pomelo. Fuck this game, man. It's not bad, but like, what am I doing with my life? Dan, do you know how disappointing, and this is not your fault before I say this, you know how disappointing it is to come back from having like no access to internet media for like a week and find everyone playing the same shit? No new Stardew Valley, no new Balatro, no new nothing, man. No nothing. You played PUBG all last month? I'm gonna play PUBG today, bro. They ain't coming out with anything else. They ran out of ideas. Did you see Chibley's Scrub Daddy? I mean, honestly, for like a 27-year-old living alone to even have a sponge is like pretty good. So I'm not gonna hate on my goat for that one. Don't get crazy. I know some of you are still eating off paper plates, okay? So don't... What's wrong with paper plates? My parents said, fuck it. They don't want to do dishes anymore. Your fucking parent? You're old enough to be talking in Twitch chat. Your parents gave up on doing the dishes? You are fucked, buddy. And it's not your fault, which is crazy. That's insane. Are your parents like 90 or are they like middle-aged? Because if they're middle-aged and they just gave up on doing the dishes, that's fucking horrible. That's crazy. Because if you're too lazy to do the dishes, like, there's a lot of shit in life that you should do that requires way more resolve than doing the dishes. Especially when you ate the damn food. For parties, parties, sure. You probably shouldn't, we all know you shouldn't be. But we also, you know, you're having your kid's 4th birthday party at your house. So there's like 35 people there. You're like, fuck, I don't even own 35 plates. Here you go, have the Toy Story 4 paper plates. But like opting out forever on dishes because they got sick of it, that's something you can only do when you're like 22. If you're 40 and you're like, I'm never gonna do the dishes ever again, I've done enough, that's too much, man. Some people buy 100 packs of underwear, never do laundry. It's crazy. I saw, this is probably years ago. It was like a Reddit post that was like, hey, why do, like I was watching interview with an actor. Why does his shirt look so crisp? How can I get a shirt like that? And it radicalized me because the top comment was like, hey, I work in PR. They wear a new shirt every day. I was like, what the fuck? They wear it, so there's no hope. My white t-shirt is never gonna look that crispy. They wear, for every interview, they wear a new t-shirt. A friend of mine said he bought a new shirt from Uniqlo every few days because it was less work than washing. And what's crazy is like 6 months after he gets over that, he's going to be in my chat talking about like carbon dioxide. But to be fair, I was kind of like that 20-year-old. I was like, everybody, the 5.5 billion people are wrong. Why are you doing the dishes? You should just buy new plates every day. I'll just put the pork chop in my hand and eat it to save 3 seconds washing the plate. Sometimes you just gotta like live in the real world for a bit. I'm at the Diet of Worms right now. They excommunicating your ass, not looking good, brother. I know I couldn't make it in the Middle Ages, man. I would say some shit like, I would accidentally like refer to God, the Son, and the Holy Spirit as like 3 distinct entities, and they would be chopping my fucking head off in front of a cheering crowd, 100%. Be so fucked up to die over some stupid shit like that, to be like ritualistically killed because you thought that they were 3 different individuals instead of 3 facets of the Almighty's personality. I might even be saying it at the opposite, man. I might be doing it because I don't know which way they shook out in the Diet of Worms. I'm sure Simon was like anti-Diet of Worms, and then Randy probably pro, and then Paula, depends how she's feeling that day, man. Guys, the update has been 77% complete for about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna go pee. I'll be right back. Why are you at 81% on the update? The game's 10 years old! I was crashing out. I hate my game, I hate my game, I hate my game. Every second is misery. I'm in misery all the time. I hate my game, I hate my game. Ooh. 82% complete. Are you fucking trolling me? You've been telling me you were a Bigfoot since you were 17, and all the time I've known you, I still don't know what you mean. Well, the laser on your pauldrons didn't turn out like you planned. The things you think are hairy, I can't understand. Are you laser in the hairs? Where the fuck did that come from? Oh, waxing away the fibers. What's better, Newfoundland or Labrador? There's jack shit in Labrador. No disrespect. I can say it's like, to be honest with you, it's like making a joke at the expense of the Amish. You're not going to, if anybody offended is offended secondhand. They're not watching, man. I think I have Newfoundland vibes. I think I would love to visit Newfoundland. Maybe if like the big crunch happens, so like all matter in the universe starts to compress towards like a superheated nucleus or something like that, so that it wasn't so far to go, I would swing by for sure. Because anyone here watching from Newfoundland, I would fucking love to get screeched in. I don't give a, I'll kiss the fish. I'll give it tongue. I don't care. Sorry, I've eaten fish. Probably like 3% of my body mass was cultivated via eating fish, so I don't mind. I'll fucking kiss the fish and get screeched in. Newfoundland would change you. I know I'd be painting my house like some fucked up color like red or yellow. Big crunch ain't happening, bro. Something to do with dark energy. Shit's getting further away faster. Not a problem for me because I got a Brussard engine ramjet. So honestly, the only problem for a beast like me would be entering a pocket of the universe that doesn't have enough hydrogen for me to superheat into like a nuclear jet to shoot out of the back to keep accelerating. You're telling me the constant is changing? What the fuck? He knows ball? Nah, I read Tau Zero, and I think the author is the author of Tau Zero still alive? He needs to talk to put it in his parlance, he needs to talk to a human female. Novel pissed me the fuck off. Talk to Tau Zero, talk to we need Poul Anderson and Pookie to talk to on Hawktua. To talk to Hawktua on Talktua. Pissing me off in Tau Zero. Whole fucking ship is full of scientists. Scientists are like, I'm too sad to do science. The security officer is like, have you ever considered? Oh my God, I'd never thought of that. Fuck you, motherfucker. Doesn't make any damn sense. Yo, Yodi, are you Poul Anderson? Did you write Tau Zero? Come on my pod, debate me. I miss Pot Friend. He's been banned. He's not coming back. Pot Friend's literally probably back in school, now that I think about it. Bro's probably 15. Be crazy. I know you're in trouble if you're 15 and you're watching me. I was just about to say you should be watching a different streamer, but I didn't want to name in case that streamer would get offended. But like, if you're in high school and you're watching Twitch and you're watching Northernlion, take it from me, it gets better, okay? It gets better, and you're gonna say, I know, college. Well, it'll probably get a little better in college. It'll get a little better in college. You're on the positive part of the slope, but it's not like, not freshman year. Let's put it that way. Freshman year, just kind of like a great, it's kind of like doing senior year from high school, but in the big leagues instead of in the minor leagues. But when you're like 40 or something like that, if you're like 40, that's when people will start to appreciate your charms a little bit. I'm looking forward to it. Freshman year, all I've been doing is working and streaming every day. Now, when you say work, are you talking about... And I love academia, and I love school, so don't hate me for what I'm about to say. Are you talking about work, or are you talking about school? Because like a teacher telling you what's going to be on the test, and then you writing it down, and then you getting a test, and then writing it down one more time is not... I'm not saying it's not labor. Don't put that evil on me, but I'm saying it's not really... What I'm trying to say is you're not adding anything to society when you do that. You're basically... They designed the test to be passed. You're not adding anything to society when you do that. Been a minute since you took a test. Wrong. I took the RADS R 6 months ago, and I passed. I also took the Omegaverse quiz, like less than a month ago, I think. Chibley, did you know that if you're going to get your back lasered, you have to shave your back before you go in for the lasering? Literally, like, pissing me off. You really can't have anything in this fucked up world. I'm so tired. Kate, I'm fucked up. See? I do not... When stream started at 9 today, I was like, it's not 9 a.m. This is not what 9 a.m. feels like. Oh, shit. I fell asleep at 4:30. That is messed up. Woohoo! Swag. Why not use an epilator? I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. Here's my thinking. You might think that the problem of back hair has been solved. I posit that it has not been solved. Otherwise, we wouldn't need so many solutions. If there was a great solution for it, we wouldn't have 100 options. There would just be like, this is like, if thirst, it's been a while since I constructed a metaphor, okay? Or an analogy. We need a water. We need a water for back hair. Because when you're thirsty, nobody goes, oh, you should try this. Oh, you should try this. Have you considered this? Everyone goes, you should drink some water. Because that's the solution. But when you have back hair, people are like, why don't you just get a laser? Why don't you shave? Why don't you wax? Why don't you use Nair? Why don't you get an epilator? Because obviously they all suck in their own way. Otherwise, one of them would have outcompeted the other ones by now. Otherwise, then we would have a water for back hair. Lasering's the only meta. Yeah, but it kind of pisses me off. Kate, I want to get my back hair lasered off. But I have some horrible news for both of us. And you're going to say it's mostly for you, but it's also bad for me. I have to shave my back the day I get lasered. Which means you have to shave my back in order for me to get lasered, because my arms don't bend that way. Man, it really did get snowy. Maybe the update hadn't been pushed yet when I was playing. It's actually like really snowy now. Oh shit, another one. I know what I gotta do. The fuck, they're driving the damn Munsters car, bro. Oh, that was fast. I really thought, the way I saw it happening was I would have T-boned the car, it would have rolled over on top of them and killed them. I didn't know they were in the damn Dragula. Okay, and then they see me coming in here. Wasn't even close. They took no damage and I died in a single bullet. Okay. Kate and I also... I swear this is not an anti-Uber driver bit. We had an Uber driver... he picked us up from the airport. Said, where are you from? We told him Vancouver. Making some polite conversation about Vancouver, he said, I heard that the housing prices are crazy over there. Why is that? I spun him a little bit of a yarn about, oh, you know, it's one of the only cities in Canada with hospitable weather. There's an okay jobs market, like lots of inflow with immigration. People want to live here, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I heard a lot of it was like foreign investment. And I said, well, yeah, that's probably part of it. Then he really started to go off the rails and tell me, he's basically like, he was originally from another country and said that everybody there used to use wood stoves, but they recently, like in the last 20 years, I guess, the government made a big push to get them all on natural gas, and then wouldn't you know it, the price of natural gas rose like crazy during the war in Ukraine, and like the war is not even real, like the elites are actually all working together and pulling the strings, and I was just kind of like, I don't really know about all that. Oh, yeah? And then he was like, yeah, like really, and we were lucky we were very close to the hotel at this point, but he was like, pretty much like for centuries, the whole world has been controlled by just like a few families in Europe. And I was just like, I gotta get out of this car because I already know what the next sentence is. The next sentence is going to be a little bit more information about the families that are... And he was like, yeah, you know, like if you could understand the podcast, I would love to link it to you. And I was like, well, I guess I got a lot of reading to do. Hopefully see you never, goodbye. And then on the drive back to the airport a week later, had an Uber driver who did not speak English, and I said, thank you, this is amazing, this is so nice to not have it be like just waiting until inevitably the Uber driver tells me that like some fucked up flat earth conspiracy theory or like reptilian shit or something like that. I'm like, oh, thank God. I don't know, Uber driver, I think it's just a dangerous job because you get a lot of time to like be by yourself and listen to podcasts. And I think, you know, in all likelihood, probably the easiest way to get radicalized by some nonsense is to like be alone with a car stereo and then get bored for 5 seconds. And then wouldn't you know it, like a couple of years later, you're telling some dude who just flew in from Vancouver about how the world really works. Have you listened to Cameron Winter? Not yet, but I was thinking that 2026 we could mediamax a little bit. I've already it's fucked up. I've already read 3 books and watched 4. Actually, maybe I watched 5 movies. I watched Friendship, Materialists, The Naked Gun, First Reformed, Roofman, and Black Bag. I tried to watch together, but the in-flight Wi-Fi fucked up. So I just had to play the fuck-ass seat-back chess the rest of the flight. And the AI is so bad, they'll just like blunder their queen, even on the highest difficulty. Materialist review? Not very good, sadly. Starts really strong. Lucy is an interesting character with a very cynical transactional view on relationships. After inciting incidents happen, movie completely loses its way. Before just ambling to an unsatisfying conclusion between 2 leads we're told have chemistry, so we believe they have chemistry, even though it's not actually present on the screen. Someone in chat actually, or not in chat, it was in the Peloton Discord. They were like, I knew I was in trouble in The Materialist when I realized Chris Evans is actually giving the best performance in this. And that's actually true. I really feel like Dakota Johnson, her idiosyncratic style of acting worked well until she was forced to be a little bit more human later in the movie, and then it sort of fell apart. Pedro Pascal is just sort of there, and then Chris Evans is like the only one acting, and he's kind of just always doing like a Captain America impression now, but it's still like it's all right. Did First Reformed make you depressed? Why would anyone be depressed by First Reformed? It's about a guy who finds a purpose in life. First Reformed is literally a story about a man, so I can't even say. It's a man who was lonely and isolated and about to do something he regrets, and then he meets a beautiful young woman who saves his life by kissing him. She kisses him and he says, wait a minute, put all that stuff away. I don't need that stuff. I'm getting kissed right now. Low key though, he was too mean to Esther, bro. He was like hitting her with some notes from underground shit. But do you think that maybe he was just, I don't know. Esther caught more than strays. She literally seemed nice. I mean, maybe like a little too religious for me personally, but she's also like not real, I guess. So gotcha. Clank her down. Baby, it's cold outside shorts. Can I tell you guys something? You know that song, I'll Stop the World and Melt With You? Low Stakes Conspiracy Theory? That's a psyop. First time I ever heard that song was probably like 2013. That song did not come out in the 80s. I'm sorry. I would have heard it before 2013 if it came out in the 80s. And now it shows up all the fucking time. It's not old. They made it and patched it into society, and you bought it hook, line, and sinker. You sound like an Uber driver. That one and Dance Hall Days by Wang Chung. That song's not real. They patched society with that. And with that Dance Hall Days. That one, they patched that in. Deep cuts are now known as society patches. I still think they patched Bodhisattva. I was laughing my ass off. People were trying to figure out what I meant by that. When I said they patched Bodhisattva, I did not mean that the rock band version was a cover, so when I heard the real version, I thought it was different. I was saying, obviously I've changed, and that's why I think Bodhisattva went from an 8 out of 10 to a 15 out of 10. But it's funnier to imagine that they patched it. They patched something old, and that's why they changed it. It's just funnier to call it that. Okay, but Rusted Roots, Send Me On My Way, came out in the 80s. No, sorry, that's a 90s song. That song has 90s all over it. That song has white guy with dreads written all over it. And if it wasn't a white guy with dreads who sang the song, it certainly was mostly listened to by that demographic. I would like to hold your little hand. You fucker. Yeah. You're literally tomato soup now. You're souped. You're souped. It, absolutely insane. We had the gunfight. I don't remember where they were. I have no idea where they were. Chill, 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 chill. Now you're fucked, bud. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's a god? Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. I can't stop the revive. I gotta... Ah! He fucking died! He was one tapped and he fucking died! He died in the car accident! Or he died getting out! Holy fuck! Oh my god! Sorry, that doesn't make sense. You should have been dead 20 times before then. Mogged. Who's next? One of those was a real person. They didn't fight like a bot. Worth. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Bro, the blue is coming. You are a fool. Is third person really this easy? If you're good. Driving's a little harder because it's not like the way you drive in real life. In real life, you drive in first person. Target locked. Okay, now you got. Can we say something? Can we just for a second sit back and say that was fucking sick? Your diaper's full, but baby, it's cold outside. There's shit in your pants, but baby, it's cold outside. You smell like a poo. I really would love to do so much more. Please buy some boxers at the store. Your white pants are turning brown, sir. You've got a quite prodigious smell. Baby, there's poo inside. Whatever, we'll just run. Yeah, smart idea. Run perpendicular into the fucking storm. We mog regardless. This ain't great. Actually, maybe it's awesome. Fuck it, watch this. I bet you feel pretty silly. I bet you feel pretty silly right now. Because you died to my frost grenade. Ghibli, are you here? We need to start a fucking game developer, bro. Or like maybe a publisher. There's got to be some people out there that want to make some good games. You should make them and then give Ghibli and I credit and money. Really should just remake Rumbleverse, man. But then, like, if anyone gets better than me at it, they get banned. Game devs, they're just literally, A, they're out of good ideas. B, they're not creative anymore. There's so many ways you could punish people for getting good at games that would keep the balance. For example, you already have like a complete data set of cookies for everybody based on their browsing history. If they ever go to the subreddit for a game or go to a wiki for a game, you put them in a queue with other people who wiki and go to the subreddit. It's that simple. There should be like a nerd queue, and in nerd queue, you suffer more. They're not using the data like the way they should. Good shooting, kid. Okay, well that's called third partying. That's third partying. Don't mind us, military field piss guy. At this point, it's interesting. You think they're trying to play for like a Scatheyes type, becoming a known entity in chat? Because they've sustained the bit for long enough that you gotta admire it just for sheer force of will. It's so long-winded though. I mean, the bit is bad. It's a really bad bit. Blocked Scatheyes ages ago, they're so annoying. Piss guy's kind of funny though. Oh, you're like literally the exact opposite of what my opinion. Like getting mad at Scatheyes is like getting mad like at a kid doing a Fortnite dance at a hockey game or something. Like you're at a hockey game. It's where kids go. It's literally 2 words. Okay. And you know what else is 2 words? Baby shoes never worn. I woke up at 8 a.m. today. This marks a day of change. Is 8 a.m. good or bad? I've reached the point where I love waking up early so much, and I know that this is annoying as fuck to hear, but I'm now waking up too early. Because while I was away, I was waking up at like 4:30 in the morning and getting up every day on vacation. That's too early. The reason it's too early is because A, I can't fucking do shit because it will wake up everybody else in the hotel room. And then secondarily, I get tired as fuck at like 8:30. And I'm like, 8:30, time to go to bed. It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of like a toddler ass time to get so tired that you involuntarily fall asleep. You just stare at the ceiling? No, I took a dump, drank the coffee that I filled up the night before and then left in the fridge, and then went to the hotel gym. You probably get fussy too. I do get a little irritable, I'm not gonna lie to you, but you have an eternity to make fresh coffee? No, I don't, bro, because if I fucking make fresh coffee, it's gonna wake up everybody in the fucking hotel room. You think I haven't dealt with this before? I'm speaking from experience, this is not a LARP. So instead of sitting in your hotel room going, I wish they'd wake up so I could get some fresh coffee, just get the coffee at night, bro. And then it's there in the morning for you to drink silently. Take the coffee maker down to the gym. That's really fucking funny. Going down to the gym and plugging in the coffee maker and then just leaving. Well, I bet that Nespresso will be hot as fuck if you tried to carry it out, though. That's tough. I had to think about that. Yeah, you're right. No wonder people start smoking, man. I could totally understand it. Did you hear that? No, I don't think you should start smoking, but I do kind of get it. I mean, it's kind of like, people were like, what do you like to do for fun? You could be like, this shit right here. It looks cool. I don't think smoking looks cool. I think if you're cool, it looks cool. And if you're not cool, it just looks like a waste of time. Force multiplier. That's a good way to describe it. You know, like you ever be like a little ugly and then you're like, I want to be hot. So you get like a good haircut. And then when you look in the mirror, you're like, what? Now I'm just an ugly guy with a good haircut. Do be like that sometimes. Why are you laughing? It's real, man. When's the last time you did that? I tried it once I was probably 18, and then it didn't fix anything. And then, because it's one of the phases of bald cope is, I'm not going to bald, I just need a nice haircut. Then you get a nice haircut, and you're still, like, balding. But then, for the rest of it, like, my last 2 or 3 haircuts, I just wrote out at the damn supercuts. I was looking at old photos of myself pre-COVID, and I was like, damn, I was actually kind of hot. You know what'll fuck with you, though? I don't know how old you are. Get ready for that experience to be the rest of your life, kind of. Unless you have, like, a huge glow-up era. Get ready to, at your age now, when you looked at the pre-COVID photos, you're like, damn, I was kind of hot. In, like, 5 years, you're going to look back at photos of yourself now and be like, why was I so self-conscious about my like being a little busted versus my pre-COVID self when I was so hot back then. And then I feel like it's never gonna change. So the secret is don't look at photos. And the other secret is that you're probably already hot, or at least as hot as you're ever gonna be, so you might as well have some confidence. Or that's true, you could also every 5 years alternate getting jacked and busted. That's true, which is usually the order that those go in, I suppose. I'm hotter than myself from 5 years ago. Okay, but we're all scientists here. How long do you think you can keep that shit up? Like, don't be stupid. Like another 10 years, maybe? Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna last forever. We're not children, right? Like, we don't have to lie to each other. Like, what the fuck is going on out here, man? There's only 10 seconds till the blue starts coming in. Okay. Spooky. Then what the fuck's going on up here? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Engage silent running. He's dead to the blue. Bro, you're gonna die to the blue. Just kidding. He fell for it. I see you. Ah, feels good to be back. Bro, it's crazy. No boost item. The car is immune to the blue. Why don't they just make the whole man out of the car? Can't resist. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. Beep! I think my ears started ringing. You motherfucker, you! Squeeb me. Almost in the final circle already. You know that it's gonna be like Jane's Addiction, man. They're gonna be coming down the mountain! Ah, fuck! Bro, the level 3s? We don't have time for this! Minutia! There's a fucking war! Okay. Area clear. There's no boost item, y'all. Fuck that. Calls for a first aid. Yeah, healing up. Why don't you tell the whole neighborhood? Oh, fuck. He's panning me. Holy shit, it almost fucking worked. Kialu, you almost got me there. I love the fucking drip, by the way. The resort wear goes insane. You hear some shit go... What the... Oh, emergency cover flares. Yeah, cover this. It's unlikely you'll be able to. I saw you, though. Guys, I made a mistake. Oh, shit. I covered the entire zone in frost, but then I was in the zone. Oh, shit, that's funny, though. Parting words of encouragement. You can do anything. You can do anything you set your mind to. You just probably won't. Because other stuff... Like long-term goals, very appealing to have completed a long-term goal. But to get to a long-term goal, you got to win like a lot of short-term battles. And it turns out most of the time, just can't be fucked. That's why I think it's easier to quit heroin than to get abs. Because if you quit heroin, you can just stop doing it. And like, boom. I'm no longer using heroin. But to get abs, you could eat like sweet potatoes all day, wake up tomorrow, still got a belly. You got to be on your bullshit for like a long time to get that working, man. You're actually kind of cooking. Nice tongue, by the way. That's Photoshop. I actually have a horrible tongue. I don't have that kind of that, like you're looking bottom row, third from the left. That's Photoshopped. The real one is Northernlion bald, excited GIF keyboard. Have a good time, and I'll be back tomorrow. Later. Yes, as I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain. That's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know, we shun fancy things like electricity. I don't remember I don't remember the whole thing. I ain't ever punched a tourist even if he deserved it. An Amish with a toot, you know, that's unheard of. But I keep something and something so long that even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I'm a man with a plan, I'm into discipline. Got the Bible in my hand and a beard. Apparently I do remember the whole thing.